Welcome to a new video in my channel, and I want to show you something that I bought myself for Christmas, which is this Infiray P2 Pro, and well, actually it's this guy here, and this is a small USB-C thermal camera. And this is not particularly a new model. I mean, Infiray has like the P2 Pro and the P2, but there is also like a T line of series, and I mean, the spec-wise they look very similar, but I eventually chose this one because I have seen this on many other YouTube videos, and hence I don't really want to make a video like a review about this. More like, you know, sort of like my reflections or how I'm going to use it. And I'm still going to have a lot of you know, videos of me using this and creating videos of, you know, stuff that I measured with this camera, or what, you know, I can do with this. But since everyone was focusing on electronics, I wanted to do anything else, well, something other than electronics. So I was walking around the house, I was looking at, you know, the heat which is escaping through the windows, and how my car looks like in thermal imaging, and the outside unit of the heat pump, and some other weird pieces. Like I was welding in a garage, so I was looking at the, you know, the steel parts in how it looked like in welding. So far it's been, you know, great, and I think it's definitely going to be shown in some of my other videos. So that's why I just wanted to cover this very shortly. So this is the product. Oh, by the way, I should change the currency to something more meaningful, maybe USD. So it's always on sale. The price go, you know, all about, and I bought it on the, I don't remember, it was the 11th of 11 or the Black Friday, but it was one of the sales. And I think when this came out, only the USB-C version was available, but now there is a Lightning version as well. Oh, sorry, this one is the Lightning version. It's pretty much the same price. And the spec-wise is the same, it's just the interface is different. And for each of the variants, you can buy this one, which comes with a lens, which is only for macro photography. So like if you're really into like soldering and SMD components, and you want to see those really small components, then you have, it's good to have this macro lens. But I'm never going to use it for something that detailed. And even if you need to get to something close, like in 10 centimeters, I think it's still good enough. So you only need the this lens if you really want to like look at very, very small components, which I don't. And the reason I quite liked this product, because, and that was also mentioned in one of the videos that I looked at, is that they have a frame rate of 25 Hertz. So and also the resolution 256 by 192. I think it's considered to be a, you know, fairly good resolution. So it's a fairly good resolution, and also it's almost as smooth as a normal video recording. Sometimes it stutters, you will see in the examples, but still it's pretty good. And the one thing I'm not really sure about is how this temperature range, how much this is typical. One thing I tried is I tried pointing it at a fireplace, and then it was saying that it turned off the sensor to protect it from burnout. So probably there is some internal limit when the temperature gets really hot. I mean, it was a nice, you know, burning fireplace. I don't know how cold these usually get, but I thought that it would be below 600, but maybe it's not. And I mean, I don't really get to temperatures down to -20, so I won't be able to test that, or I don't think I will be. So yeah, that's the product. I purchased it because it was Christmas, not that I really needed it, to be honest. And I picked this one because this was something that I have seen from other makers. I'm not sure how much it will end up costing me, because this is my order. And you can see that on the sale price it was $270, and normally you know, AliExpress charges me for VAT. And then when I was, you know, clicking on the checkout, for some reason it dropped the price. Then and it still says VAT included. I don't think it was, maybe it was some special coupon, but I think for 173 it's definitely a good price. It's almost like half the price of what is the list price at the moment. And I thought that maybe the discount was because they are not paying the VAT, so I would, you know, get the receipt from like, you know, the carrier. But then I remember it, yeah, so you can see I arrived it, sorry, I purchased it on the end of November, so I think it was Black Friday or something like that. And it arrived on the 21st of December. You know, I mean, the next day we were going out to see my parents, so it just came in time. And I think it was UPS who delivered it, and I was expecting like a leaflet that I have to pay the taxes and the VAT later, or, you know, the duties, but there is nothing so far. So I'm pretty happy with the 173, to be honest. Okay, maybe I'm just going to spend 2 more minutes on showing you the device. So it comes in this box, and there is nothing really in the box. Well, nothing really. There is a foam insert where, oh, sorry, there is this piece which contains some papers, and there is this foam insert where the device was in. So that's good for packaging, but I'm mostly using this pouch to store it in and carry it so it doesn't get scratched if I put it into my bag. And here you find a USB-C, a very special cable. It's a USB-C female to USB-C male cable. So it's like this. I don't think that you can easily buy these type of cables, but let's say if you want to use it in a place where, I mean, normally you plug this into your phone, but if you want to extend the cable for any reason, you can do that. And it is just a normal imaging device. So if you use this USB cable to plug it into your phone, into your laptop, it will, you know, show up just like a webcam or like an external USB camera. So you can use it that way as well. But then the picture is going to be black and white because all these fancy pictures are basically applied in software. And yeah. So normally, probably I should move this a little bit up. Yep. So I have a little bit more time to work here. And so normally what you do, actually I'm going to do this upside down for on purpose. So you plug it into the USB, and then you can configure this P2 Pro software to start automatically. So it detects that the camera is plugged in and it starts, and you can, I don't know how I'm supposed to, maybe I can eliminate the ring light like this. So you can see me. Ooh, that's weird. Well, it's not weird. And there is not an awful lot in this software, to be honest. You can click on this button and that's going to bring in the, well, it's the back-facing camera because normally you will turn this around. But this is what I used in most of my footage because then you can see what the camera is seeing and what I'm seeing. And of course, it is not an overlay, so it's not as sophisticated as some of the other thermal cameras. But again, it just makes documentation so easy because then you can record the thermal image and the main image, and you can switch between video and picture mode. And then of course you can click here and it takes the video. And then if you have this overlay, then it creates the whole video with this overlay. So as somebody pointed out, it's really good if you are using this professionally because then you can document the whole thing. It's going to record your audio using the microphone. It records the thermal image, and it also records the live image. So you can just document everything. And the only other thing I have here, oh, that's only the calibration mode. So that was calibration, that top button. And then in the settings, there is not an awful lot here. Yeah, you can turn on, you know, whether you want to record the audio or image optimization or shutter speed. I just left everything in. And the temperature setting, you can create a Celsius, Fahrenheit, and you can create also an alarm. And that alarm, I never really used this, but I think you can, no, no, I haven't used this. And then this burn protection that kicked in when I pointed it to a fireplace. And in general, yeah, you can select the language. But the the real difference is when you turn on this professional mode, and then basically what it gives you is gives you points, so you can just point on various parts on the image, and then it's going to show you those points and the temperature on those points. Or you can draw a line and it's going to draw the maximum and the minimum, and then you can do the same with the rectangle, and you can also do the scale. And I think, yeah, you can do these low and high temperatures. So the point of this low and high is that only the colors in this range, oh shit, I have issues with the focus. So only the colors of in this range is going to be shown, sorry, only the temperatures in this range is going to be shown in color. Everything is going to be black and white. But to be honest, I always use it with this function turned off, and that gives you the kind of image that you are going to see in my videos. And then the software will automatically select it shows the temperature in the middle, and it shows the highest and the lowest temperature. You can see my ceiling heating in the distance. Those are those purple lines. Oh, that's cool. So I think that's it in a nutshell. And then for the rest of the video, you are just going to see like a bunch of these samples that I took around the house and, you know, in the streets and that sort of stuff. And what you're going to see is that this program always creates this recording in sort of like a portrait mode. It doesn't really matter if you turn it around. And then the video aspect is sort of like a square aspect, because obviously it doesn't record this bottom part. And then the sensor is more like square sensor. So it's almost like a portrait video. The only thing I have to be mindful of is that obviously when this camera is flipped around, then I usually hold the phone like this. So I have to be careful so my hand doesn't reach into the thermal image, and also doesn't block the visual camera, which is usually up on the top. So if you have a big hand and a small phone, then it might be an issue. But then you can use that cable and then maybe, you know, put the camera somewhere up here. It's a bit more hassle to set it up, but yeah, you can do that. So let's look at the sample footage. Okay, so let's see how this behaves at home. So I am working, you can see heat from the laptop and the screen. Oh, the port extender is warm. The NS Panel Pro is warm. That's my new USB-C charger. That's warm as well. This screen is a little bit warm. Oh, this is actually one of my cameras, which is looking at my desk when I'm creating recording. So even though it's not really doing anything, it is definitely warmer than the rest of the... Yeah, I mean, it just barely warm to the touch. I can't really feel it, but it definitely shows on the camera. Yeah, and of course that is cold, but there is nothing else here. Again, the screen, this light has probably like circuitry and the charger, the different chargers for this what is it, devices. Oh, plants are cool. Okay, that's nice. Okay, let's walk around. Oh yeah, I was just sitting here, so the chair is warm. Okay, so if I go here, then we can see the underfloor heating and the cables going through. It's a little bit cooler under the rag, and then the heating goes in here, and the tower rail is warm, but it's not really warm because it's only fed by the same temperature as the underfloor heating. And what else? There's nothing here, but that's cool. Yeah, the heat doesn't, the underfloor heating doesn't extend all the way to the window, so I can feel that that's always cold. Okay, there's nothing here, nothing which emits any heat. And I want to check this because these lights were on, but they are barely noticeable. And if I go back here, yeah, these lights were on just a few minutes ago. Huh, that's cool. And the bathroom, sorry, the toilet. Oh, that's cool. And if I go into the utility room, it's very untidy. But I think the 3D printer just finished. Yeah, actually just finished. So it's still heating the plate, or probably just cooling the plate down. And the hot end is definitely hot. It's cooling down. Well, that's cool to see. And if I look at, that's the hot water storage tank. You see the piping. Oh, that's so cool. So well, the heat exchanger down there is covered, so that's cold. And you can tell which one is the cold water inlet pipe and which is the feed and the return for the heating. And actually now I'm using my heat pump for heating, so this only produces hot water, this gas boiler. But you can see, yeah, the circulating pump is hot, well, warm, and you can see this down here seems to be the inlet, and the one above is this is the inlet and this is the return. So this goes down to the heat exchanger and to the heat pump. Okay, underfloor heating, that's very interesting, but should be enough. Yeah, outdoors are not the best, I have to say. It's I should reseal it because it's leaking a little bit. It's not too bad. Okay, let's see how the living room looks like. Okay, so we have underfloor heating, that's fine. The kids just left, so these are warm clothes, and the ceiling heating. Oh, that's going to be so useful if I need to put some more lights in. And I remember I specifically asked the builders to leave out some rooms for the sort of like the chandelier. You can see how they curved the pipes away. So if I drill into the ceiling, then I'm not going to hit any pipes. And you can also see how they are sort of the lines are fed in. So yeah, there are like, what is it, 5 or 6 parallel lines. So you're just cooling down. So this is getting fed here, and it's going fed here, and probably it just goes back and forth, and it gradually cools down, and it's again fed here. But that's cool to see. Yeah, Christmas tree is warmer, well, warmer than the window. And oh, the vacuum robot. Okay, that's obviously hot, so it's probably charging. And if I go over here, okay, there's not much to see. Underfloor heating, and the sun is shining, so obviously it's heating up the walls and the floor here. You can even see the shadows. Well, that's really cool. Yep. These sliding doors here, it has this metal plate, and that's definitely cold, so you can feel that there is a temperature gradient of, well, 6 degrees, 5, 6. And that corner is a little bit cooler. Again, the corner is a little bit cooler, but there's nothing here. I guess we have some chargers here. So this phone is charging, the other phone is charging, and that's my main Blisswolf charger. Oh yeah. Damn, that's good. You can see the writing on it. So that really shows how good the resolution is for this thing. More chargers, my wall clock, word clock, but there's nothing here. Did we use the sink recently? No, we did not. Okay. Yeah, a little bit of heat escaping from the screens and stuff. And yeah, obviously the heat is escaping from behind the the fridge. And let's see my IT cabinet. Yeah, that is glowing. That's my router, That's my server. Access points, some power supplies, switch, power supplies for the battery, for the cameras. But I want to show you something that's really cool to see how the what do you call this? Where you can put the bar section of the fridge. Wow, it's cold, and it seems to be insulating this door very well. Also, the ice dispenser is a little bit colder, but not too much. Okay, let's go upstairs. I think, well, the underfloor heating doesn't extend to the stairs, so that's definitely cold, and I can feel it. Some house plants. And if you go around, there's nothing here. And then the underfloor heating should start here as well. Yeah. You can see all the pipes are coming up from there, and they snake through here through the corridor, and they go into the rooms. And actually, I know I have, oh, I can already see the inverter. That's one of my inverters. You can see the hot water pipes going up. And another inverter. And that's the hot water pipes. I'm not sure why this is cold. Did I close? It looks like I have manually closed one of the circuits. I must have done it a couple of years ago. Because we are not, that's our guest bedroom, and we are not using that. That's the PLC. That's a little bit toasty. The switches are called the circuit breakers. And yeah, the inverter is glowing. And this is my Grovat 2 MQTT small box. One of them is here, and the other one is here. So that's collecting the data from the inverters. Okay, well, that looks cool. At least I can definitely, I definitely can confirm that this valve is closed, because that pipe is cold, not like the others, which I should not have done. But to be honest, I haven't really noticed that that cold is significantly colder. So the installation is definitely good in the house. So let's go into the kids' bedroom. And the one thing I want to see is again the ceiling. And you can see the heating sections in the ceiling. There is a big section with nothing, which I guess it was designed that way, because there is probably sufficient surface here. The light fixture, the windows. It's a very messy kids' bedroom. You can see the underfloor heating here, going into the bathroom, and the same with the other kids' bedroom. Yeah, those things are glowing there because probably they are getting some sunshine on. Ooh, this corner is cold. And yeah, the ceiling heating is on full blast here. That's cool. At least I can see the pipes. And then probably it's going to be the same in our bedroom. So, oh Jesus, yeah, I meant to replace these touch panels because they are pretty much on 24/7. I have some new touch panels. Actually, I'm going to look at them in the downstairs, because I think they use less electricity, they produce less heat. Okay, you can see the heating pipes in the ceiling here as well, and also in the bedroom. And there is nothing else. Oh, couple of alarm clocks, and this is where my wife used to work, but the laptop is turned off. One more what is it, access point. There is my other access point down there. And let's go into the guest bedroom, which is more like laundry room and storage. And we should confirm that. Okay, so some sections are heated, but again we have some empty sections, and probably that corresponds to the valve that are which was closed in the board. Yeah, but anyway, that's still enough for this room to keep it relatively warm. It's a little bit colder than the other rooms. And there is like a storage cabinet behind that wall, and this wall here is actually the garage, so that's probably the coldest place in our house. So that corner is only 18 degrees. That's cool. That's cool to see. Bloody touch panel is hot. And let me go down to see the other touch panel. So the other one was like 36 degrees and this is 28. And I have already ordered 2 of these. Well, 2 more, so I can replace it. I can replace the other 2, which I have, one upstairs and the other one in the garage. I just need to find the time because it's different size. The old one was portrait and this is landscape. So probably I have to, you know, I don't know, dig out the cavity. This one has this wooden frame because otherwise it wouldn't fit. But just from the heat signature, you can tell that this is using less energy. So I should be replacing that. And I mean, after all, it's probably not much, but this is running 24/7. So I should do something about that. Okay, so that was inside the house. I just wanted to see the garage from the inside. Yeah, the garage door is cold. And of course the windows are cold. And yeah, and let's see what we can see. Oh, there is a hotspot there. What is that? Oh yeah, the 2 battery chargers. They are charging the phone. Sorry, the loco, which is completely transparent. There is something here. Oh, that's just the this metal thingy which is reflecting. Okay, so there's nothing extraordinary there. There is nothing there. There is another battery charger here. Actually, I wonder if I would be able to see if one of the cell in this battery is short circuit because it's going to be warmer. What else is here? Oh, that's just again reflecting metal surface. Well, this stereo is plugged in, so it is using some little bit of electricity. That's my fuse box. Yeah, the radiator is on at a minimal setting, so that's producing some heat. Let's look into... Oh, yeah. The power supply, the PLC is hot. There is more... Well, that's just reflective. Oh, there is some high current stuff there. But it's only barely warm to the touch. I think, I have no idea what that is. There is some high power stuff here. Oh, but that's so cool. These are the PLCs and the various extension ports. And you can see which relay is engaged, which light is on. That's cool. And again, reflection. And then some heat on these distribution boards, or what it's called. Again, some reflection, the power supply. Okay, I think everything is okay here. Okay, I think this is going to be interesting. So let's see. This is the outside unit of the heat pump. Ooh, oh yeah, -5. The temperature is around 0 degrees. So it's definitely pushing the cold out. And the radiator is cold. I think that's kind of expected. But yeah, it's pushing all the cold air out. And yeah, I can see the 2 valves are... Oh, the 2 valves are 20 degrees. Yeah, they are warm. Yeah. Oh, that's very cool. Okay, so that's where the pipe go in. Let's see if you can see anything interesting here. So these are, that's I think the vent in. That's not warm. Let me go this way. And that's the vent out. That's the air circulation system. So this is the exhaust. Camera is barely warm. It's oh, we have some heat leakage in the corners. That's very interesting. It's not bad. It's only a couple of degrees. And yeah, the window and the reflection of myself. Yeah. Okay, now the scale is different. But yeah, obviously the foundation is warmer than the rest of the ground. And the neighbor's house, that's definitely leaking more heat than mine. Okay, that's it. Oops. So I just came back a few minutes ago. Woohoo! Ah, the wheels, the windows. Well, it's not, yeah, the rubber. That's the headlight at the back. Oh, something here is heating up. Oh yeah, that's the camera. Okay, let's see what we can see here. Oh, I can see my own reflection in the windows. The vents under the windscreen. Oh, that's cool. Okay, well, obviously the daytime running lights were on. Some heat probably from the inverter or something. Oh, that's cool. And let's look at the house. Okay, well, my garage door is not insulated, but it's not a huge difference in temperature. 1 to 4 degrees. That basket, I just took the trash out, so that has the temperature of the inside. Obviously some heat is leaking through the windows and the door, and looks like some heat escapes under the door. That's my entry system, which is powered, so that has a little bit of heat. And the vertical thing is the pipe. I guess that's just a reflection. So nothing is happening here. A little bit of heat from the playhouse. And of course, oh, that's interesting. I mean, it's not a huge difference, but definitely some difference. How the heat is escaping from the foundation. Okay, so the windows are like 5-6 degrees warmer than the surrounding. Oh, I can see neighbor's house. Yeah, of course it auto scales all the time. So as you can see, there is hardly any temperature difference. A bit of a ground heat. Oh, that's food, which is still warm. The sliding doors have a metal, whatever it's called, so obviously that's warmer. That's underground storage, so that's obviously warmer. Oh, that's my neighbor's house. That is glowing brighter than ours. Well, obviously that's further away. But yeah, I can see the heat, and I think I can see the heat escaping around the shutters. That's the thing on the top of the windows. Wow, interesting. Oh, my neighbor is in the backyard. Oh, they are having some barbecue or something. That's the heat signature. You can see a person. That's pretty cool. that must be around like 20 meters away. Obviously nothing is happening here in the garden. That's my viaduct. Yeah, so this is how much you can see in the garden. Let's see my neighbor's house. Okay, there's some heat signatures there, but nothing much here. Oh, and I wanted to show you this. I just took the trash out. You can see the worm at the bottom of the trash, and below the trash cans we have the something where we have the water meter. So that's definitely ground heat seeping up from underneath. And we have a power strip which is slightly warmer, and the electrical cabinet, but nothing more. Actually, what is warm here? I think that's yeah, that's the power strip. Oh yeah, there is a small 12-volt power adapter which is running something, I don't remember what. So that's on, and that produces a little bit of heat. Oh, that was cool. Oh yeah. And there is my access control, so that has an ESP in it, so that produces a tiny amount of heat. That ESP has a power supply which is down there that produces again a small amount of heat. That's the gate opener, again electronics inside, and on the fence you can see the other small box which has the other ESP. So it's cool to see these small things running. You can definitely see a heat signature. Oh, and I can see there is a guy running. Let's see if we can spot it through the camera. Yep. So I came outside, it's snowing at the moment, and there is a car approaching. Oh, he just stopped. Okay. And I'm looking at this house on the corner, which is a really old house, and that's glowing red. So that has pretty much no insulation. And you see a manhole in the middle of the street, that is warmer than the surrounding. And of course the tarmac is a slightly bit warmer than everything else. Oh, that's a cool view. Okay, that's my house. Well, okay, that's glowing as well a little bit, but the other house was glowing more and is further apart. Sorry, further away, I mean. Yeah, that's my neighbor's house. I think that has probably little insulation as well. Well, not as much as ours. It's an older house. But yeah, that's what I can see on the street. So this is New Year's Eve. I was out and I was driving a little bit, and I just wanted to see how it looks like. Okay, maybe I switch this on off. Oops, sorry, that was my hand. Okay, so obviously the brakes are hot, the wheels are warm. I'm not sure what I have here in the under the hood. And again, the vents that hit the windscreen. Something is hot there. That's cool. And lights. The daytime running lights. And some cooler vents. And what else? Okay, this side of the bonnet. I guess the passenger compartment is warm in general. Again, brakes. It's not awfully hot. 30 degrees. Tailpipe. Oh, barely noticeable. So there was a tractor coming by and hauling some hay. And let me just turn the camera back on. Okay, it's a little bit tricky to get your hands off the main camera and also the thermal camera as well. Oh, it's cool, it works. Oh, that's nice.
Vigyorgott ott a kapuban.
Azt,
Vagy
Tamás így
ott
odaadta
mondom,
neki.
ennyire rögtön fölkeltek ekkorán, hogy egyszerűen nem értettem, először nem raktam össze,
Így
miért nagy öröm.
mert úgy volt, hogy Tamás így ugye itt megvállalt, és akkor mi hozzuk.
I'm doing some welding in the garage. That was the stool I was sitting on. Yeah. Yeah. That's lead for the welder. That's warm. That's the terminals. And so I welded these sort of feet. And you can see which one was done recently, which one was done earlier. That's cool. That's the torch. Way. Yeah, I haven't touched those yet. So that's cool. That's interesting to see. Hey, what it says? Let me check. Oh, 75, 90 degrees. Okay, yeah, that's hot. I just finished welding this piece. You can see I started there. I was on the other side. I was going all the way up there. And then I started again on the left side, left now. And I was going all the way up. You can see how it cools gradually. And what it says for the temperature for this part. 46. Only 45. Maybe there is a reflection, although this is just, normal steel. But I can see how the heat is reflected off the angle. Wow, that's cool. So that was my quick, not really review of this Infiray P2 Pro thermal camera. You should expect to see it in future videos, but I think that will be all for today. Thanks for watching, and hopefully see you in the next video.